Shalom. This is the book of Isaiah 31:1, and it says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they're very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai." Before I go into this, I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the teachers I listen to, Apostle of Great Millstone, also to brothers, so they're putting on this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to brothers and sisters tuning in, Shalom. And we have tried. We go down the highway and the byway, week in, week out. Okay, nightly, you got brothers putting out videos, and epistles on the Unicorn and on various platforms. Okay, you go and you speak to Jakes in the casual conversation. But what we can all come up to the conclusion and say is that these 2/3, okay, they are stubborn. They are exactly what this precept was talking about. Okay, they trust into the image of Great Babylon, America, which is what? A place of great mirth, continuous wickedness, okay, do as you will, be as you will, okay, and, ever, when anything goes wrong, you turn to who? The so-called white man, because what? The so-called white man solves all your problems. You have the Northern Kingdom over there that are crossing the border because they've gotten the message, okay, they've gotten the memo that if you come over here, yeah, they'll throw you in a cage for a couple of weeks or a couple of months or whatever case like that. But then they'll throw you out in the street or there, maybe put a roof over your head, give you 3 meals a day, and you go on with your merry life. But see, right now, okay, you have the devil himself, okay, who's playing this trump card, okay, and I should give you a hint who we're talking about here because you're going to see this video that I'm gonna play for you, okay, of the things that they're planning on doing. And this man right now, you can look at the last 4 years or what's going to be a 4-year term for Joe Sleepy Joe Biden, okay, as being a remission or a break, okay, from the terror, okay, that is about to come and before Yahshua, also called blasphemy, America's Latino. And we've warned you 2/3. We've warned you 2/3 about the murk. You have the brothers putting on the videos with these doggone Hebrew Israelite camps that are out there, okay, not warning the sheep, okay, not being the proper watchman, okay, lying, okay, and misleading the sheep out there with these false doctrines, okay, and we're not even going to talk about these doggone pulpit pork eating pastors out there, okay, that are clueless. Absolutely clueless, because they're about to be caught up in what this man is about to bring out, this devil, okay, Esau, the so-called white man, okay, and this man that is going to be coming out, okay, we've seen him before, okay, and he was light-handed the first time, but this time he's coming heavy-handed. You know why? He's about to please his people. His people right now are experiencing Deuteronomy 30:7, where they're losing their jobs. They're starting to have that life of the people that they despise the most, which is us, okay, our so-called blasphemy Americans, Latino, homelessness, joblessness, okay, and right now they are crying to their master, okay, the Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, okay, the leader, okay, to do something about it. And this man is coming out with a rhetoric that is extremely dangerous. And you don't want Jacob sitting down with your head up your asshole. This devil, okay, is going to execute, pursuant to Genesis 27:41, where Esau said what? Okay, the days of his mourning is over. The days of playing is over and done with, okay? And he's about to lay the pause on Yahshua Israel, also called blasphemy Americans Latino. The Lord willing, the hopefully elect will get through this, okay? And that will be the men, okay, who go inside and cry on the highway and the byway, okay? All of us here who are hopefully elect in this truth, okay, we'll be able to go through the fire, okay, and get that protective covering from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So I'm going to play this video for you.
Joe Biden and the defund the police Democrats have turned our once great cities into cesspools of bloodshed and crime. There's never been anything like it. Here's my plan to restore law and order in our cities and throughout our country, frankly. First, because police forces have been gutted by Democrats' war on police, I will sign a record investment in hiring, retention, and training for police officers nationwide. So important. This bill will also increase vital liability protections for officers, because the Democrats want to take those protections away from our police, because we want them to do their jobs, and we want them to do their jobs right. You can't take their protections away if you're going to have them do their jobs properly. Second, to qualify for this new funding and all other Justice Department grants, I will insist that local jurisdictions return to proven common sense policing measures, such as stop and frisk. Very simple. You stop them and you frisk them. strictly enforcing existing gun laws against convicted felons, cracking down on the open use of illegal drugs, and cooperating with ICE to get criminal aliens off our streets and get them out of our country. Third, we will go after the radical Marxist prosecutors who are abolishing cash bail, refusing to charge crimes, and surrendering our cities to violent criminals. They have surrendered like never before. I will direct the DOJ to open civil rights investigations into radical left prosecutors' offices, such as those in Chicago, LA, and San Francisco, to determine whether they have illegally engaged in race-based enforcement of the law. I will also work with Congress to give the victims of their Marxist policies the right to sue local officials for harm and suffering, and it has been great that they have caused. If your small business is pillaged because shoplifting goes unpunished, if you're brutally attacked by a violent felon released without bail or bond, then you will be entitled to massive damages. Fourth, I will order the Department of Justice, or some people call it the Department of Injustice right now, and Homeland Security dismantle every gang, street crew, and drug network in America. Every single one of them will be dismantled. We already know where these turf wars and drug dens are. We know who the people are. And we're going to charge them and charge the culprits with every crime that we can find. We're going to be fair, but we're going to be tough. We also need the death penalty for drug dealers. So important. And I'd add to that human traffickers, drug dealers and human traffickers. They get the death penalty. Watch it stop, and stop quickly. Fifth, in cities where there has been a complete breakdown of law and order, where the fundamental right of our citizens are being intolerably violated, I will not hesitate to send in federal assets, including the National Guard, until safety is restored. If Nancy Pelosi would have accepted our National Guard or our soldiers, you wouldn't have had January 6th. But she and the mayor of D.C. didn't do that. Sixth, we will end the leftist takeover of school discipline and juvenile justice. Many of these carjackers and criminals are 13, 14, and 15 years old. I will order the Education and Justice Departments to overhaul federal standards on disciplining minors, so when troubled youth are out in control, they're out on the streets and they're going wild, we will stop it. The consequences are swift, certain, and strong, and they will know that. Seventh, I will protect the right of self-defense everywhere it is under siege, and I will sign concealed carry reciprocity. Your Second Amendment does not end at the state line. In addition, I will, of course, fully secure the border, dramatically increase interior enforcement, and wage war on the cartels. We have never had a border so secure as it was just 2 years ago, and now our border is the worst anywhere in the world and possibly of all time. There's never been a country that allowed to happen what's happening in the United States right now, where millions of people are pouring across our borders. They come from mental institutions. They come from the prisons. They're all being let out so they can come into the United States. They're poisoning our country. We will also take back our streets from the homeless, the drug addicted, and the mentally ill. I will discuss those plans in much more detail very soon. That is how I will bring back public safety to America. I want to thank you. We're going to make America great again, and we're going to make America safe again. Thank you.